just so forth. And then when you're doing it, if you could just take a picture, because I'm trying to buy this car sight unseen, I'm not physically there. So what I need to do is just give me a picture of like on the dash, so I could see all the lights. Have the car warmed up. Don't do it on a cold start, and that way just start it up. After it's warmed up a little bit, let me hear it, and then just show me that dent you were telling me about on the front fender, and anything else that I might need to see, and then I'll let you know how close I can get to that 29K or above that 29K number.
Alrighty.
Does that work with you?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. As soon as I get it, all right, man, you're quick. I see what you're saying. So the front bumper, got it. It's got a really stout look, man. I like it. Do you know if it's got frame damage? And there was an ask because the accident, it's hard to tell.
So when I took it, when I've had when I put the drag pack on it, I went and had the alignment done. And the only thing that we found that was damaged that wasn't replaced was the knuckle. So we went ahead and replaced the knuckle, and the alignment came out fine.
But you're not sure if like the strut towers or anything like that, like, have been like where the fenders replaced or was the hood replaced, or you don't really know the extent of the damage, right?
No, and I tried finding like pictures from when it was wrecked, and I couldn't find anything.
Okay.
But the only reason I think it still might even be is the front clips on the bumper is something to do from the wreck, because those the front bumper clips from Ford suck ass.
Mm-hmm. Look, really, man, I'm interested. I'd like to earn your business, not take your business. That said, I got to be able to resell this thing and be able to tell the story. So, like I said, you sent me awesome pictures of the exterior. Send me a few of the interior, but then send me that video of it actually running. And then, like I said, show me a good close up of any of the damage, including that dent. And I'll look. I'll put my best foot forward and see if we can earn your business. Have you listed this car for sale right now, or where is it listed right now?
Yeah, I have it listed up here. I've got a couple offers, but
they're obviously really less than the 29 grand, right?
I've got one at 30 at the moment.
Okay. Is there a reason why you haven't jumped on that at this point?
Honestly, it's hard to let go of.
Okay. So without you wasting your time or me spending time looking at it, does the number have to be above 30? Because I'm going to tell you right now, and I truly appreciate you taking my call, I'm not going to be above 30. So if you have 30 covered, I'm not going to be above it. So I don't want to waste your time or my time. But if you think you would take less than 30, I'm more than willing to take a look at it. I just, again, I'd have to do my homework and see the stuff running and so forth. But again, if you have 30 covered, I mean, it sounds like a pretty strong number.
Where you guys are in Florida, right?
Yeah, correct. Yep. But I've got networks and connections throughout the whole country. I'm actually Chicago native, so it's not an issue for me to get the vehicle picked up and get you paid. So.
Okay, I was gonna say I can cover transport if needed. I did hot shot for a little bit, so.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, we have a whole network of it, but definitely can help increase my offer if there's a way for you to get it to us. But yeah, that's not an issue. So. Let's get to the price of the vehicle and make sure we're on the same page and we both agree with each other, and then we can figure out the transport portion of it. But like I said, man, if you have 30 covered, or 30, what did you say, 30 or 31? So if you have 30 covered, and it's a real solid deal. Here, look, with your accident from a wholesale perspective, let me just look at this really quick.
Hell, I might trade it in too.
Okay. Well, you'd have tax credit with us if that's helpful. What are you looking to buy?
Okay. Like a 4Runner, Tacoma, something like that.
Okay.
Maybe a Raptor.
Look, and again, I'm just giving you quick numbers off the top. If the vehicle wasn't done up, right, and with that accident, it's pretty severe, you're looking at 15 grand, give or take, right? Like, I'm not saying it specifically. So I have to go from 15 grand and then take, the 20 grand in options. And let's say you get 25 cents on the dollar, and again, I'm not saying this is how low my offer is. I'm just giving an example. If the car's truly worth 15 and all the aftermarket stuff after I do my research is worth 5 to 8 grand, that only puts you in the 23, 24 mark, right? So, again, I'm not saying that that's my number. I'm just saying that's kind of how the math works. And so I have to figure out, what your parts are physically worth to us. But again, if you have 30 covered, I'm just not going to get to 30, and I don't want to spin your wheels or my wheels. And I if you have 30, I'm happy. If you have a guy that's 30 and you want to save your tax credit, I'm more than willing to take the car through here, sell it to the guy as long as you have a true, buyer, and that way you save your tax credit with us too. So then, I don't know what's your tax rate over there in Indiana? Is it 6%? 7%.
Actually, it might be 8 now. I can't remember.
Okay, so whatever it is, you'd save your tax credit with us. So if you were to send us the buyer for 30 grand, we wrote the deal through here, and we saved your tax credit, I'm happy to get you your replacement car, and then you're going to get whatever your tax rate higher is. So if it's 7% more or 8% more, you'd get 8% more than that 30 grand.
Yeah. Okay.
So food for thought. But like I said, I'll do a little research on my side, but why don't you do some thinking on your side? But if you got 30, not to keep reiterating it, you're probably better off just running and taking that 30, bird in hand. And I think you're doing really well at that 30 grand number.
Okay. Well, if you want me to, I'll go ahead and shoot you the video over still.
Yeah, let me take a look at it. We'll go from there, and let's see if we can put a deal together. All right?
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, nice talking to you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. I am ready. This is Ben.
Ben, you're speaking with Jim.
Hey, Jim, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine.
You look like you, is 920, is that a Wisconsin number?
Yes, it is. Green Bay.
Green Bay, absolutely. You're over by the Berkshire Auto dealerships.
Yes, I am, or was.
Did you buy your beautiful 911 Turbo from them?
No, I bought it down here in Naples.
Okay.
It was a certified pre-owned. I'm the second owner. I've had it for a little over 4 years. 4 years and a few months.
Okay. What I'm seeing is it's got 54,920 miles. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Is it manual or is it? I apologize.
PDK.
PDK.
Yeah. Automatic.
Yeah, no problem. It's so weird. It put it as a 2024 in my system, and I'm like, that's not possible because it's a 14. So, regardless, I'll get that fixed. Perfect. And what color is the vehicle?
It's a navy blue metallic, a real dark blue.
Navy blue metallic. Okay. I'm trying to pull the window sticker right now so I can see the equipment. Do you know when the last time it was serviced?
About 2 weeks ago.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Did they find anything wrong with it, or just doing normal maintenance?
Basically they found that some of the front drive axle boots were cracked. Okay. And they just all 4 of them were replaced.
Excellent. Okay. The dark blue metallic. It's got the natural leather and espresso cognac.
Right. Yeah. Kind of a saddle colored, leather interior. It's a good contrast with the navy blue.
Yeah, it sounds beautiful actually. And then it's got the door sills are in stainless steel. Just looking to see if it's got. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it looks like a very well spec'd out car. Very interested in purchasing it. Look, Jim, you're an astute guy. I'm sure you may have even asked the Porsche dealer when you brought it in there. What were you hoping to get, or what would buy the vehicle? Obviously, I'm sure you're hoping to get $1 million if you can. But what realistically?
Oh yeah, of course.
What would buy the car?
Well, I'd love to see 100 for it, or as close as I can get.
Okay. And was I right that you asked the Porsche dealer what you would get?
No, I really didn't. Okay. This is something that, kind of popped in my head in the last couple of days, and I haven't gone back to them to say, hey, what do we buy the car I bought from you 4 years ago plus? Yeah. What would you give me? I haven't done that.
No issue. Look, I am just checking my system right now to at least give you the very, very best number I can get. The 100's going to be tough. What I'm doing is I'm just checking to see what is out on the market and what's been selling. So if I run the whole country, there is 15 911 turbos out there for sale. Ones with similar miles to yours. There's a few retailing in the upper 80s. One with your mileage at the auction just did mid 80s. So I know you want to get as close to 100 as possible. Based on the transactions and seeing what I'm seeing, I'd be closer in the 80s. We're in the 80s, probably mid 80s. Knowing that I could retail your car after, I know you just said you did service work, but we still have to run through it and so forth. We'd be a check writer in that mid 80s range.
All right. Let me think on that. We've got a local Honda dealer down here, part of the Germain system. That, he has not seen the car. He was at like 88.5, I believe. Okay. Still with a full like you and I are. And I told him the same thing I've told you. Does it have to be 100 on the head? No, it probably doesn't. I figure the car retail is probably worth around 110, and you guys, want to do 20% or as close to it as possible. And, so that's how we get down into the mid-80s. I get that. Not sure I want to let it go for the mid-80s, but let me think on it a little bit.
Yeah, just to give you some, and again, you just met me 2 seconds ago. So we all have the same software. We pay for it. So I can see what every car that's in the market. Like I said, there's actually 16 vehicles in total that match your description. Now, some have higher miles, some have lower. There is the high end. There's people asking 136, but the car's got 7,000 miles. But cars that are like in your mile range, like there's one with 65,000. Granted, it's 10 more than yours. The guy's asking 89,000. There's one with 64,000. The guy's asking 88,000. And then there's a 32,000 mile car. That's the one I'm really looking at. He's asking 91,481. So that's why I'm thinking, I'm not going to lose it for a few grand. We make much smaller margin than you would think. So I would love to make 20%. That would make sense with where interest rates are right now. But unfortunately, it's a competitive market. If I made 10% on my money, I'm tickled to death. So with that said, I could, if you want to see what that Honda store does, and I sharpen my pencil, I'm sure I could be in that upper 80s. And I'd love to do business. And we'd send you said you're in Naples, is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, we'd send a transporter to you. We'd obviously wire transfer you ahead of time. We would just literally get a copy front and back of the title, and you don't have to go anywhere. So,
Right. Okay.
I'll text you so you have my personal information, if that works with you.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
As, I'm sure you looked up the vehicle's free and clear. They have no loans on it.
Yeah.
Everything was all right. Yes. Text me or email, either one.
Yeah, I'll text you right now, sir, if you don't mind. This will be my personal number. You'll have all my contact info. And like I said, I'd love to do business. When you said you did that work, it actually was at B&L Auto, right? Repair and Boyd. You actually didn't do it at the Porsche dealership, right? So you just took it in.
It was. Yeah. It was done. It was done at Superior Auto in Bonita Beach.
Yeah. So it shows B&L Auto, which is probably the same thing. So you had 54,000 miles. So yeah, you did an oil change, you repaired a tire, and you did the sway bar links, like you said. So.
Right.
Yep. Like I said, love to do business. Midwest guy, love to do business with you. But like I said, I'll shoot you my info. And when you make your final decision, if you could just give me your last shot or last opportunity, I'd love to see where we're at. All right?
Fantastic. Hey, thanks so much for your time. I appreciate it.
No, thank you for your time. Have a great, wonderful day, okay?
You too.
All right, bye-bye. What do I do with this thing? Oh, I lost. So I'm doing great. I lost $3 grand, guys. I lost $3 grand. Woo! Smile. Oh, it's Benji Auto Sales. We're good. Benji time. Fucking Steve is gonna owe me money. No, I got it. I should have gone higher. That was luck. This is the piece of shit RAV4. Benji's gonna save the day. Good old Benji. This fucking Faison guy buried me in this piece of shit too. Well, here's a recap, ladies and gentlemen. Buying cars is not easy. It sucks, and sometimes you lose money. Have a great day.